All right, well, I did that whole introduction. I didn't have my mic on. Anyway, mic is on now, guys. Hope everything's going okay. In the Bambino games, Cessna 172. This is stock 72. 172 that I just did some livery work on. Got my door open here. Let's get that closed. All right. We're in the French Valley. I'm going to do some pattern work. I'm going to get on PilotEdge here. Actually, let me do that right now. And we're going to connect to
Connected to PilotEdge.
There we go. Yeah, no, it was me. I forgot to take the mute off the mic there. Sorry, Mayday. Thanks for joining, guys. So, yeah, should be fun here. We're going to just do some pattern work and fly. I love flying around this area. It's like one of my favorite areas in the PilotEdge map. There's a lot of beautiful mountains and stuff to check out, and pretty cool. Give me 1 second here. I got to clean my Rift lenses. They're kind of foggy. Never put liquid on your Rift lenses. You always want to use, you see this little cloth here, right here. This is what you use, right there, just like this. It comes with the Rift. I only use the one that comes with the Rift, and never put any liquid on there. Anyway, so let me just make sure this is all lined up okay. You guys can see everything. Cool. All right. Let me see here. Hold on. All right. So first, just a little bit of a briefing what we're going to do today. Again, we're on PilotEdge. We're at the French Valley, F7 Foxtrot 70. Lovely little airport in California. You can see where we are on the map here. San Diego is right down here. That's San Diego. Yep. So we're just north of San Diego in French Valley. Here we are. Okay. Well, actually, got to connect my. Help if I connect it up to X-plane with my map. There we go. So we're gonna. You can see here it's a runway 36. We'll get the AWAS in a second, but runway 36 is the primary runway that's used at this airport. It's a right pattern, so we want to keep that in mind when we're doing the pattern work. We're going to be on 122.8, and the AWAS is 119.025, 1,350 feet. You can see in my stream here on the lower left, I've got some information using the Beni display. You can find this, just Google it, BENE display, and you have my airspeed, heading, and then altitude and vertical speed, which is cool information to watch as I'm flying around. But yeah, so this is pretty simple. We're going to actually fly a bit to the south and sorry, to the north. Right, let me just make sure I got my bearings right here. So we're going to go, yeah, we're going to fly a bit to the north and just, you know, check some stuff out. We could also fly to the south a little bit too if we wanted to, which we might do. But yeah, there's no restrictions in this area, so I really don't have to worry about talking to ATC at all. It's just going to be, you know, making sure we talk to CTAF while we're in the French Valley area. And let's just take a look at the airport. So there's French Valley. We're going to be taking off 36, heading north. Pretty simple. All right. So now we got our bearings. Let's get the plane started up here, and I'm not going to be able to see chat while I'm flying here, guys. So, but I will tell you that show you. I guess I could show you this. I did change the settings on FlyInside to 3840 by 2374, and I'm getting 35 frames per second in X-plane and plenty of frame rate in the headset. So this is the maximum setting on FlyInside, and I got to tell you, it looks awesome. It really does look good. So very happy with that. So let's get this plane started. So what we're going to do here, we want to get our battery on. Mixture in. Hit the fuel pump 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And then clear prop. No one around. There's an air conditioner over there. I never noticed that. And we're going to start it up. All right, good start. Get our alternator on. Get bus 1 avionics. That's our 530. Bus 2. That's our 430 backup. We want to be squawking 1200 altimeter on the transponders. That's what you want to be doing here in PilotEdge, so these controllers can see you. Let's get our beacon on, landing on, might as well leave it on. We don't need taxi. We'll turn our nav on and strobe. Well, that's good. Fuel's to both. We got plenty of fuel. Fuel cutoff is in. Flaps are up. Let's just check our ailerons. They're working. Okay. I got my new rudder pedals. Different way to fly. Those are working. Brake toes are working. Or toe brakes, brake toes. Toe brakes working. Good. Everything good to go. All right. So, yeah, like I said, what we're going to do is just a little pattern work and just flying around the area here in French Valley and checking stuff out and making sure that we communicate with CTAF. CTAF is 122.8, which we have set, and we want to listen to, you can switch this and I could listen to the
Murrieta, French Valley Information Alpha. 2000 Zulu weather. Wind calm, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 12, dew point -25. Altimeter 2992. Arriving runway 36, departing runway 36. Advise on initial contact, you have Alpha.
Alright, we have Alpha, 36 is the runway, so that's good. And what I like to do here is I like to keep this on 12150. Turn that on, we should be able to hear.
November 422 Whiskey Foxtrot, you'll want to contact SoCal Approach on 127.4.
That's the general PilotEdge comm channel, 121.5. If you want to listen.
For 5218 Foxtrot, Van Nuys Tower, ident.
We don't need to listen to that. All right, so we're good here on all our communications. We want to have, let's just have a CDI on GPS because I might use that to get back to the airport. Because we are going to take off French Valley and then we're going to land French Valley. And we're good to go. So plane is warmed up. Let's just see here. Doors are closed. Seatbelt is on. I checked pretty much everything, right? Everything's in the green. Amps are good. Vacuum's good. Pressure's good. Temp is coming up. Fuel will be fine. Clock is running. We're going to set our bug to the heading of the runway, which is pretty much due north. Oh, I could actually use plane command. Set heading bug to 360.
Heading bug set to 360 degrees.
So it's pretty cool. All right, that's really helpful in VR. Pilot plane command. Just check out plane command. I believe it's planecommand.com. $20 get you the software. Works with X-Plane 11, and it's awesome in VR. Just makes things a lot easier. All right, so we're gonna taxi and we'll do 1 or maybe 2 patterns, and then we'll head off to the north, maybe the south. We'll see. Alrighty. French Valley traffic. Skyhawk 328 Tango Delta taxiing from transient parking to runway 36 French Valley. Alright, brakes are off. And we are good to go here. We're going to assume there's no planes here. Nobody coming. Steering with your feet is weird. But I'm getting used to it. It's beautiful planes here. French Valley. I love this airport. This is like kind of like my home airport, PilotEdge. One, because I get really good frame rates, and this is a custom scenery I got from the X-Plane site, free download. Looks pretty good. Okay. That's for 1,300 feet, so ceiling on the pattern is 23. Just got to remember that. What's nice is on the GPS, those green circles and shapes there, that basically tells you where all the restricted airspace is. I could take off here. I'm going to go all the way down to the end and go to the holding area. Now, the one thing I don't like about this plane is the AI takes off from the other end of the runway. I don't know why they do that, because it's clearly 3.6 is the standard. So I'm not sure. So you got to watch out for AI traffic. One thing that's hard for me to get used to is using two brakes at the same time. But what's nice is I could turn here like this, stop, and say, set brake. Oh, let me do this. Set brake. Set brake. Set parking brake.
Brakes set.
Did it work? No. There you go. All right. So now that we've done that, do our make sure check our magnetos and do a final check. So before we take off here, so let's get this up to 1800. And we'll check the right magneto. Okay, acceptable drop. Back to both. Up to 1800. And then left magneto, acceptable drop. And that's it. Back to idle. Okay, cool. So the one thing I had to reset my preferences, and what's kind of a bummer is that there's an hours indicator on the RPM meter, and that tells you how many hours you've flown the plane. It was up to like 45 hours, and when you delete your preferences, which you have to do every once in a while, just because X-Plane gets kind of gummed up, you'll lose that, which sucks, because I was kind of keeping track of how many hours I flew in this plane, and I'm like almost at 50 hours, but that's okay. It's just, if anybody knows how to retain that information when you delete your preferences, I'm all ears. I'd love to know that. So, in any event, with that said, I think we're ready for some pattern work here. Again, right pattern. We've got our bug set. Let's see, doors again closed. Flaps are up. Mixture is in. Fuel is in. Set to both. Trim at takeoff. All our lights are right. Everything else is on. We are in the green. Pressure and temp. Plenty of fuel. Good to go. All right. French Valley traffic. Skyhawk 328 Tango Delta departing runway 36. Closed traffic. French Valley. Basically saying that we're going to do some patterns. Okay, so everybody knows what the hell we're doing. And let's go. Yeah, much clearer when you're on maximum and fly inside, for sure. Very clear. Now, this is not going to work at all the airports. I know that some of them, like especially the New York scenery, which is a dog, and the Boston scenery, which is kind of a dog. There's no way this would work. I'm gonna have to drop the fly inside back down if I want to fly there. But you know, most of my flight is here in California because of PilotEdge, so it works pretty well here. So that's what's good. All right, here's the piano keys. We get ourselves lined up here. And I'm going to set my map first. Okay. Let's go with the shaded relief. Being centered. We are good to go. And here we go. We'll need a little bit of right rudder. Still getting used to that. Rotate at 70 knots. Airspeed's alive, and rotate. Nice and easy takeoff. Again, we're going to do at least one, maybe two patterns here. Pardon me. French Valley traffic, Skyhawk 328, Tango Delta, turning right, crosswind, runway 36, French Valley. All right, there's our crosswind turn. French Valley traffic, Skyhawk 328, Tango Delta, turning right, downwind, runway 36, French Valley. So our runway downwind turn. There's the airport right there. Pretty low. Let's do a touch and go. Just after we get over this little hill is when I like to turn it. Do a nice tight base turn and then a final. French Valley traffic, Skyhawk 328, Tango Delta, turning right base for 36, full stop, French Valley. Oh, he said full stop. Well, we'll have to live with that. I wanted to do a touch and go. Now we could change it. French Valley traffic, Skyhawk 328, Tango Delta, turning final, check that. Touch and go, runway 36, French Valley. And flaps. Flaps again. Got some traffic there, looks like a helicopter. Wow, he's close. Oh no, it's a plane taking off the other way. A little steep here, but that's okay. A touch and go. Got a lot of runway to work with. Get it down. Okay, flaps up. Whoa, watch the rudder. All right. Rotate. I want to wait to park to the south this time. We'll do one more touch and go. French Valley traffic, Skyhook 328 Tango Delta, turning right, crosswind runway 36, French Valley. Do one more touch and go, and then we'll depart to the south. French Valley traffic, Skyhook 328 Tango Delta, turning right, downwind, runway 36, French Valley. Try to make this one a little cleaner. I got distracted by that plane. That's one of the AI planes. Again, they take off from the wrong way on that airport, which kind of sucks. All right, we're just about 700 feet. We'll fly out that way and we'll check some stuff out. Actually, you know what? No, we're going to go to the north. We'll go to the north, and then we'll fly back to the south all the way down there, and then we'll do a straight-in final into 36. Just doing some sightseeing today. Touch and go. French Valley traffic, turning right base, runway, French Valley traffic, Skyhook 328 Tango Delta, turning right base for 36, touch and go, French Valley. All right. Gotta tell them who the hell I am. Flaps to 10, start to slow the plane down. Where's my runway? Right there, all right. French Valley traffic, Skyhook 328 Tango Delta, turning right final for 36, touch and go, French Valley. All right, we're gonna touch and go 36, flaps to 20. Get this thing lined up nicely. I don't see any AI this time. We'll depart the pattern north and climb to 4,000. That was nice. Oops, see that? Wrong pedal, wrong pedal. Still getting used to it. Flaps up, full power. Do a little right rudder. And rotate. Still getting used to those rudder pedals. French Valley traffic, Skyhook 328 Tango Delta, departing the pattern to the north, climbing to 4,000 French Valley. All right, we're no longer obligated to talk with CTAF. So we just told them that we're going to depart to the north, climbing to 4,000. Now you can see on the GPS we've got a couple of restrictions there. So we do have to be a little careful of things, but we're going to sweep a little wide and then fly over by that lake over there, and then we'll head back south. going to turn the autopilot on, the heading. When we get to 4,000, I'll just nice slow climb up to 4,000. Diamond Valley Lake right over there. You can see it on the map. There's a racetrack right over by it. My guess is it's called Diamond Valley Racetrack, but can't be quite sure. Love that ortho. It just looks amazing. It looks amazing, like the real thing. I mean, yeah, it's a little fuzzy, but that's VR. One thing I will tell you though is, once I get my autopilot here, I'm going to show you a demonstration, if I can. The visibility function in X-Plane, you have to make sure you have it at 100, because if you have it at less than 100, you wouldn't be able to see those mountains out there. They'd be extremely hazy, and it's a simple command that can really improve what you see in the distance. Now, you know, it's still not sharp because it's VR, and it's, you know, you've got screen density limitations, and also screen door effect, which you kind of get used to, but it doesn't seem hazy. I can definitely make out that there's snow on the top of those peaks, which is what you want. So. Alright, so we're flying a good heading here, due north, and once we hit the 4,000 mark, I'm going to hit the altimeter button on autopilot, and because I have to reach over and grab something on my other table. Autopilot, and altimeter, boom. That should settle us right into due north. We're going to be making a turn in a second here. Give me 1 second. Here for a second. So the one thing I do like to do is I like to set the nearest airport to the one I came from. That way I know how far I am away from it and where it is. I could always change that based upon my position, but I know that I'm 10 miles north of it right now. Beautiful. Now we're still in clear airspace, but we're getting kind of dicey here. Let's get this off here. I'm going to turn back south now. I don't want to flirt with it too much. I'm well above the pattern for that airport right there, so that is KHMT. I'm not sure which one it is, but and there's the Diamond Valley Lake or Valley Lake or Reservoir, whatever the hell. Which looks like it's restricted. Let's set our bug here to, just in case you want to use autopilot. I guess there's the lake. We're going to go flying right pretty close to that racetrack, whatever the hell it is. This is what I love about flying in VR and X-Plane and even PilotEdge. I mean, you know, yes, I'm talking to CTAF and I'm doing procedures correctly and watching out where restricted airspace is and stuff like that, but you know, I get to fly around this valley area and check everything out. It's awesome. It looks awesome. So while we're here, let me see if I can show you the difference. Now you can see, I can see those, I don't know, you can't see it, but I can see, maybe you can if you really look at it. Those mountains in the distance look pretty visible. So watch what happens when I lower the visibility. So if I go to flight configuration and I do customize under the weather and I lower this to 11. Apply change. Now look, everything's super hazy. Okay, so you definitely want to go up here, flight configuration, and change this to the max setting and apply. Uh-oh, that's not good. What happened? Uh-oh. Plane just spit on me. Damn. Let's change. Let's customize this again. Cloud layer. See if I can fix this. Okay, I'm gonna have to restart X-Plane. That sucks. Look how tight of a pattern I was flying too. Damn. First, let me get off the PilotEdge.
Disconnected.
Can't see anything. So, yeah. Let's get this thing started again. Well, that sucks. Let's see if we can resume last flight. Okay, I've been thinking of Mayday. Thinking about joining PilotEdge for a while, but I think I need to learn more about the chatter and procedure. Yeah, I mean, listen, go on their website. There's some really good information. They have what they call the CAT program, where you can take these certifications that actually teaches you through certification. Am I flying here? Let's see. No. Where the hell am I? All right, let's just take off again. Flight configuration. Let's go to, I'm at the air park. I don't want to go to the air park. Let's go to French Valley again. This is the problem when PilotEdge spits the bit. Let's just start with the engine starting, so I don't have to go through all that stuff again. Change location. Change location to French Valley. Customize. We'll go here on the ramp. Okay. That sucks. Anyway, yeah, so let's connect again.
Connected to PilotEdge.
That just teaches me a lesson. Don't try to demo that stuff while you're flying. Any event. We should be good to go here. Let's make sure that I'm showing everything. Should be showing good. All right. So we're just gonna do a straight departure and do our flight stuff here again. And let's make sure that's good. We're at, let's see, 122.8. Don't be hasty. Altitude, squawking altitude. Boom. Let's just listen to. Let's listen to.
Murrieta,
just
French Valley information November. 2000 Zulu weather. Wind calm, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 8,700 few, temperature 12, dew point -25. Altimeter 2992. Arriving runway 36, departing runway 36. Advise on initial contact, you have November.
We have November. All right, 36 is our airport. We're going to depart to the east, fly the northeast, fly over the valley, that what do you call it? Lake a little bit, and then we'll head south. All right. No harm, no foul. Everything is on. Doors closed. Seatbelts on. Everything is looking good. We're gonna climb to 4,000 again. Beautiful. Here we go. Mixture is in. And French Valley traffic. Skyhawk 328 Tango Delta taxiing from the transient parking to runway 36, French Valley. All right. Come on, man. We're going to assume run up too, guys. I'm just going to fly now. And I'm not going to check anything. I'm not going to do the run up. We're just going to take off right from here. Now we better go down to the end. It's like a plane just flew right across the space here. We're going along good there too, and everything just went white. But I added some clouds in, which is good, so. Get our CDI on GPS. Let's be safe. plane down there. The plane over there. French Valley traffic, Skyhawk 328 Tango Delta, departing runway 36 to the northeast, climbing to 4,000 French Valley. This is much cooler than Oceano. I was getting tired of flying in Oceano, to be honest with you. A lot more to see here. And I'll probably get tired of this at some point, but alright, we're good to go, right? Okay, here we go. Right rudder. Rotate at 70. 65 and rotate. Nice, easy takeoff. 80 knots. Oceano traffic, Skyhawk 328 Tango Delta, departing to the northeast, climbing to 4,000 French Valley. I think I said Oceano. Alright, climbing to 4,000. You got those moving cloud shadows that they have to fix in X-Plane. Although I've been looking at using like a third-party weather application. We shall see. Let's turn to the south now. I don't see any traffic. If there was traffic here in the space, I would hear it. But I will. Let's just put on the general.
Murrieta, French
traffic.
Valley information November.
Clips 1 Bravo Foxtrot Henderson Tower, runway 17 right, cleared land. Epic 5 Victor Whiskey, taxi to parking on Alpha, remain the straight until you get it.
Oh, this is the dude that talks really fast. All right, let's get
Clips
our...
4 Tango Papa, turn right heading 110.
Guess we're not
For
high enough
54067, contact Joshua approach 126.1.
to trim it out a little bit. French Valley's right over there. We're well out of the pattern. And above it. This is all free space, so we can fly right out there to the edge of those mountains, which I think is what we're going to do. Climb to 4,000.
Clips 4 Tango Papa is 2.5 miles from Bonky, flighting 170, maintain 3,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS 20 right approach. For 5. Epic 1 Bravo Foxtrot, exit right, and join Alpha to the ramp, remain this frequency. So long.
Tell you what, we'll stop at 3,500. We'll level off at 35. Beautiful.
We're 27 Bravo, clearance and request.
Ooh, I'm glad to hear you. I'm glad to hear that. Well, I'm not glad to hear that you can't load it, but I appreciate you telling me that because I was thinking about getting Xviro. If it's not working with Fly Inside, then that's not too cool. Beautiful day here. Venture out here into the mountains a little bit.
Six 400 Tango Charlie, Roger. Taxi to parking on Alpha, remain this frequency. It's past the Cat 3.
Someone just passed the Cat 3. Congratulations.
Taxi to parking via Alpha.
Well, I know that road over there is sort of my lineup. But I'm interested to see what's over
Over
here.
224 Tango Papa, contact Tramway Tower 126.8. For 422 Whiskey Foxtrot, cross 20 left, join Alpha to the ramp, remain in this frequency.
Just make sure I'm okay here with my layers. Section. I'm still clean here. I should probably start to turn around fairly soon.
For 224 Tango Papa, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind 230 at 7.
Let me get my... Let's get the autopilot off.
Number 27 Bravo, again, sir, your clearance is on request. I'll get back to you when I'm ready to issue the clearance.
Someone's getting impatient on the ATC there. That's pretty cool down there. A little city down there, looks like. What is that? I don't know. It looks so real. A little fuzzy, but so
November
real.
27 Bravo, verify your equipment, Civic.
Looks so great.
November 27 Bravo, Slant Tango indicates a transponder with no mode C, meaning I can't have you exit a Charlie airspace since that is one of the requirements. If you have a no DME with a transponder with mode C, then that would be Slant Uniform.
Whoever that was is subscribed. Thank
And
you,
I
guys.
can tell you that if you're flying on PilotEdge, you have a mode C transponder because the client has a transponder. So in the future, that'll be Slant Uniform is the one you want for that particular aircraft.
Now F10 is right out there, and I can get my...
Negative. I changed it for you, and I have your clearance device ready to copy. Where 27 Bravo is cleared to the Whiteman Airport via fly runway heading.
Right there.
Radar vectors Quang, and then as filed.
A white thing.
Climb and maintain 5,000. Actually, climb and maintain 3,000 and expect 5,000 5 minutes after departure.
I turned that off. I don't need that anymore. Let's do a straight in approach. We're going to, let's get our trim, our full mixture at full. Easy for me to say. And we are going to do a straight in approach here. Let's just make sure we're lined up. Okay, I know where I gotta be. Hugging these mountains, they look awesome in 3D. Just like to use my binoculars to get a reference point, and then I'm good to go. French Valley traffic, Skyhawk 328 Tango Delta on 6 mile final approach south of runway 36, French Valley. Here's the runway. I'll let them know at 3. Announce again at 3. I can see the orange. It is blurry, but I can see it. Flaps to 10. Start to slow things down a little bit. We're going to do a full stop. French Valley traffic, Skyhawk 328 Tango Delta on 3 mile final for 36 full stop, French Valley. That was a concise call right there. Getting better at it. Takes practice. So this is what I'm talking about. Being able to just turn your head and getting a 3D perspective view of where you are in space when you're landing this aircraft that's what VR is all about. And as I said in my guide video, it's a trade-off. You give up the distance, clarity for having the depth of field and the awareness in space to make, very smooth maneuvers. I mean, knock on wood, I have not really botched a landing since flying in VR. And, making pretty tight pattern landings, too. So, flaps to 20. We're a little high here, as Spicoli would say. Reference to Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Anyway, coming in nicely here. 80 knots. Going to keep that. No AI traffic taking off in our face, which is good. Got a split in the runway. I don't like to land this thing on full flaps. I probably should. I like to land it on 20. That was money. Oh, that was money right there. Now, the brake job and the rudder job was terrible, but the landing was money. Flaps up. Start to slow down. French Valley traffic, Skyhawk 328 Tango Delta, clear runway 36, taxiing to transient parking, French Valley. All right, and that's how you do that. A lot of planes here, wow. They let you drive your car right up to your plane here. That's pretty cool. Park over here somewhere. Get a hang of the toe brakes. Takes a little getting used to. But I still am really glad I got the rudder pedals. Really am. Alright, there's our T right there. We'll take that one. Probably a little more space than we need, but it's okay. Lining this up right here is so easy in VR. All right. Brakes on. Well, that was fun, guys. Or maybe it's just Mayday. I don't know if there's anybody else. But let's get this off here. See if we... Let's see. Get our avionics off. Lights off. Make sure to full lean. Battery and alternator off. Keyed off. And we are done. All right, let's see. Really enjoyed your videos made. Also insight into PilotEdge for me too. Yeah, it's, you know, PilotEdge is, there's two things for me that really kind of motivate me, right, to fly. And one is PilotEdge, because it really forces you to do things in the right procedure. Yeah, give me a 9. Okay, I'll take a 9, James. Thank you. But the afterwards was pretty terrible. So it forces you to do that, the procedure. And then the other thing is FS Economy, which I haven't gotten into yet. But FS Economy gives you that, you know, mission kind of thing, which is kind of, but it's a free mission, which is really cool. So I'm looking forward to getting into FS Economy. But PilotEdge, $20. I only have the $20 a month plan, which is the smaller space, which is plenty of space for me. I mean, you could certainly arrange, you know, hour and a half flights in that space, and that's perfect for general aviation. It's great, you know, just being able to go on there and you know, it just adds to the realism, you know. So if you guys have any VR questions, I'm happy to answer them right now. I'm just going to hang out a little bit here and chat. And you guys have any questions? How, James? I don't know. You mentioned that you were going to get started there. Have you been able to get started? Actually, what I can do here is, let me quit out of, I want to save this flight. We could take a look at that landing. Save. What are some good performance setting tips for VR? Well, you know something? I just did a video. I did a video on that. It's a setup video. Let me see if I can give you the link to that. 1 second here. Well, let me get this. We're gonna see if we can replay the my landing here. Let me quit out of this. If I quit out of that, and then I start up. Come on. Come on. You tell me you're hung up? No. That's no good. See, we all have the X-plane problems. Close program. All right, now it's I'm going to close all the VR stuff. Hopefully you can still hear me, which you can. So let's get the X-plane thing going again. And I'm going to load up this flight. We're going to take a look at the land. But while I'm doing that, there's a video that I did. It's this guy right here. I'll put the link in the description. I mean, in the chat. This video right here. If you haven't watched this one, just watch that one. That's how I have my system set up. With my system, which is a i7 6700 and a 1080. All right, so let me see. Load save flight. Let's see if we can load this guy up here. Mega Rocket, how you doing? Thanks for joining the chat. Just going to take a look at my landing here and see if how I botched it. So yeah, so as long as you can save a flight, and then kill all the VR stuff and just load up X-plane in 2D. You got to turn off proportional view, and then you can view things. Waiting on delivery today. Can't wait. Oh, so you're waiting on your delivery of your Vive? I mean of your Rift. Awesome. That's awesome. All right, so I got to go into here and graphics, and I want to change field of view to non-proportional. All right, so then what I can do is I can go to here. Here's my landing. All right, cool. So I could change the, let's go to chase plane. There I am, the Bambino Special. Lined up nice, that's for sure. You can't give me a 10. There's no way I'll take a 9. I don't even know if it's going to I got to tell you, that was pretty damn good. That was pretty damn good. Now, this part... This afterwards wasn't that great when I started swinging around. I hit the rudder the wrong way and I started losing control a little bit. But you got it. gotta take a 9 on that one. I mean, when I did it, I barely heard the tires squeak. Anyway. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna bail out. I appreciate you guys' involvement in the channel, and thanks for all your comments and stuff, encouragement. It's really great. My channel's really kind of shifted to doing a lot of X-Plane VR stuff, and it's just because it's what I love to do. It's really not much of an effort to make a video like this. I mean, when I did the guide video, that took me a couple of days. That takes some effort, but I enjoy doing that because it helps people, and I hope that was helpful. I've got a couple other videos planned, which should be kind of fun. So yeah, nail traffic arrived today, so game on very soon. I'll let you know how the first solo game goes. 9.5 after replay. Thank you. All right, so James, the one game you want to try aside from X-Plane is this game. Super Hot. Oh, that is a cool ass game. If you got to have touch controllers. If you got touch controllers, you've got to try Super Hot. Super Hot is awesome. Thanks, Meg. I appreciate it. Yeah, it is not easy to show off VR because it's you're showing it in 2D. I have done videos where I've shown stereoscopic, and some people like it, some people don't. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I do appreciate that. But anyway, that's going to be it, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. Hit the like button on this video. Hopefully you like what you saw today. Don't forget to subscribe to Bambino Games for more virtual reality flight simming in X-Plane, and be sure to share my videos too if you could on Reddit or wherever. Help spread the word about VR and X-Plane. That's what this is about. Let's build up a community of the VR flight club, I like to say. And the more people flying in VR, I think the better, and it's going to push the technology, just make things better for everybody. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day and safe flying.